I'm James McAllister, and this is Executive Briefing Centre. In today's episode, we look into English chicken bread. But what is English chicken bread? We now go to James McAllister for interviewing to find out more. Me and my friend are comparing the Hong Kong bao with my English equivalent, which I want to make, which is chicken bread.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and I was wondering from you, what do you like, dislike, or think about English food, or like the ideas behind English food, which I could bring to chicken bread to make it more English?
Fish and chips.
Oh, gravy.
Gravy.
Beans.
Yeah, like Yorkshire pudding's like
Yorkshire
one of the
pudding's great,
best
yeah.
like British foods of all time, and it literally tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
Had a Yorkshire pudding.
Tinned. Yeah.
Tinned.
Yeah.
Yeah, sage onion gravy, something like that.
Put some applesauce with it.
I like
What is
gravy.
that?
A roast dinner. The bread doesn't seem to sort of figure in a roast dinner.
Yeah, that's true.
Bread and butter pudding, maybe.
Chicken bread and butter pudding.
It's like Nando's.
Yeah, Nando's, that's decent.
You see, you're thinking about it the wrong way. We're trying to make it English here.
Oh, English.
Oh, it'd just be dry.
What my dad really likes, and he's very English, is if you put a bit of liver in there, bread and loads of liver, you get your personal chef to cook. Oh, you poach it in milk.
Carby.
Yeah.
It's like carby.
Beige
Like
food.
I don't like when English food is like stodgy.
Sorry.
It gets like mushy.
English food exists. I feel like we just take everything from every other country.
Sausage.
There has to be a chicken sausage there.
Could be pork. Do you know we pork sausage?
Then that is chicken bread. Chicken bread.
Jim.
Yeah. You want to put other stuff inside?
Chicken bread. So, what is your favourite spice, vegetable, or kitchen item or utensil, and why?
Is this just chicken and bread? What? How do you make chicken bread?
We make it as English as possible, and then we mix chicken and bread together. But like, we cook it or add spices, maybe. I don't know.
That spinny thing. That
An egg
makes
beater.
things. The egg beater.
Cucumber. Yeah.
Cucumber sandwich, classic as well.
Yeah.
The microwave.
Wooden spoon.
kitchen utensil, probably like a spoon.
A spoon.
No, a fork, because you can use. Or what's those things like a spoon, a fork, and a knife in one?
Oh yeah, we have it like a camping
Knife.
utensil.
Can I have chorizo?
I don't know, I feel like a potato mash is pretty cool.
Carrot.
Cheese grater.
Garlic crusher.
Usually like smashing.
A potato masher. A ladle.
I have to think about how to use that one,
Yeah.
but I will. Having never tried chicken bread before, which one would you reply to it?
Oh, this food is amazing.
That's pretty daring of you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's go for it.
Disgusting.
I probably love it. I would say like,
She will
wow,
eat
this
anything,
food is
I
amazing.
swear.
Put some jam on top of the chicken bread.
Oh, that would be rank. Absolutely.
Flavorful.
Flavorful.
Really good.
You are nice people. What can I say?
English food also has weird names like spotted dick or toad in the hole. What could I name chicken bread to make it more English?
We love a good pun in Britain, I guess.
Cock in the pan.
Cock yeast. Cock in the bread.
Chicken bread, obviously.
Cock in the loaf.
Cock in the loaf. Oddly sexual.
Well, so it's spotted dick, so I think we're fine.
No, I said spotted dick rather than spotted dick. But yes.
Sorry, that was just a bit of a Freudian stick.
Bread chicken. Bread chicken.
Bread
Just chicken. Quite fun to eat.
Chicken the cage.
Toasty chicken.
Toasty chicken.
Greg.
So here we have all our display of ingredients. The all important, not knife, but actually splayed, and our beige food. We're going to start making our chicken bread. The first recipe I have here is for a traditional chicken bread loaf. We have the roast pretty much, and we're going to roast all our ingredients together. We have our carrots, we have our onion, we're going to get our chicken, and soon to have a potato as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix it all together and roast it. We need to add our yeast to our milk ingredients that's slightly warm. So we've got our warm milk. We're going to add this fast action, god damn, I got the yeast in my eyes. We're going to add this fast action dried yeast into here, and following this recipe I found in the back of the yeast packet, to make a white loaf we need to put everything in a bowl. 500 grams worth of flour into the bowl. Yeast is going in. This yeast mixture, it's got the fungal infections, yeast, We're going to add some water to our chicken bread. And we chuck the water in. And then we start mixing. As we all know, British food is based off wartime Britain. We've got our corned beef cakes, we've got our tinned pies, we've got cans, we've got tinned eggs, we've got like ready cracked egg powder. That's classic British food, egg powder. You know, it's all about having a long life. We're going to start the kneading process now. I feel like something's very wrong in this recipe. Maybe there's no chicken in it yet. We'll be performing a favourite recipe of my dad. Poached chicken in milk. I've got a pan. Chicken into milk. If your fire's too high, your chicken water will bubble over like mine has.
Why does that smell like porridge, but it's got chicken in it?
We need to add every single part of the roast to our chicken bread. So we're starting off with the potato. And then we continue our kneading process. We need the chicken for our chicken bread. So here we have our poached chicken from earlier. This looks like some medieval dish. So we pour the chicken in.
Surely you should have let it rise without the chicken. Or the potato.
The chicken is now coming out the bread, so we can put it back in when it's risen. Let me just spread some flour on the surface. We have here, somewhere, our poached chicken from earlier. Oh, that's gross. This stuff is magical. Like, you will come. We need our carrot next. I like to do the snapperoos, and then we get our garlic crusher.
Wow, strong man.
It's actually magical. Like, all those people who eat roast dinners, like, just get on my level. Chicken bread should be out there already. But
So you're spreading the carrot to everywhere.
I'm spreading the carrot. This is like a metaphor for spreading the message of chicken bread.
Okay.
It
How
re-
famous do you think this is going to become?
I think this is the new food source, you know. After this and algae and lichen, we're actually chicken bread is going to be so bloody big. Like, you don't know. And what we're going to do next, we're going to slam that bread down and we're going to let it rise. And the chicken bread's done. It looks gross, it's stodgy. This is what we meant by English. But what does it taste like? It's a bit dense, but I think that's successfully been English. But now let's make it good. Now let's make a good chicken bread. Maybe not using wholemeal flour. Now, for our next bun, we're going to be using a plain flour instead of a wholemeal flour. We're also going to fry the bun instead of bake it in the oven. So I've got some new yeast this time, not the same as the last chicken bread, and we're going to add that in. So now our ingredients go in. We have a pinch of salt, we have 113 grams of flour, we have some of our mixture of milk that we're also going to add, and now we're going to knead this together. We're going to squish it together, I'm going to push it in. I tend to roll up and then push. Now that this bread is kneaded, we're going to put it somewhere warm so it can rise. And then we got our tiny bits of cut chicken that we had from earlier. And that's just going to go straight in. Slowly fry it up. We just added some chorizo into this pan, which will hopefully give the chicken a bit of flavour. This paper absorbs the oil. With some nice dry food, another English attribute, we're going to start shredding our meat. I've got here a classic fork. This calls for better utensils for our chicken. We have an egg beater and a grater. Well, it turns out that grating... This might actually work. Grating chorizo works. You can grate chorizo, but grating chicken is not as expected. I did say earlier we're not adding sausage, so it's questionable this. This is where our egg beater comes in, which helps us mix everything together. So now that we've got our chicken, we're going to take our bread, which is now risen, and we're going to put it together and make some chicken bread. We've got our dough from earlier, which is now risen, so we're going to roll it out. And we're going to try and combine some chicken into our bread without it being noticed by the bread. We're going to roll this out. I'm kind of using the chicken instead of flour. It just works. Using a cup, we're going to cut this bread. So we've got 2 bits of dough, and the rest we can just knead together with some more chicken, and hopefully make another piece of chicken bread. Now the chicken bread's cut out, it's put in the oven to prove again for another 30 minutes. Frying time. But what is something in a pan without a good flip? So now these buns are done. So our Ranger chicken bread is finally done. We have the fried chicken bread and the baked loaf of chicken bread. That's kind of gone slightly mouldy. Beautiful stuff.
That's disgusting.
It really is. Now we have a fried chicken bread that we're going to taste test. So it's cooked, which is good. Just a bit alcoholic. Maybe that's something wrong.
What does taste alcoholic? What?
Is that like wine taste?
Oh, it tastes like wine?
Is that a good thing? I don't know.
Don't know. Did you put wine in it?
No. And the chorizo and spice flavours that I put in it don't really come out. Still quite crispy. Would definitely recommend.
Out of your list of reactions, what would your reaction be?
Wow, this tastes yummy. It works. It works. Don't try this one. This one's bad. But these ones work.
So what are you going to do next time?
Make a sandwich. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.